Yo, what's good, boys? What is good, boys? Just wanted to make this trade recap video. Basically going over the London trade I had last night. This trade I did not take. I was just looking at the optimal entry, um, with today's price action. But today was a horrible day, as you can see, choppy chop. So I did not trade this day. I stood up for the macro, I stood up for the London session and got rewarded, and I did not trade a day that my mentor told me not to trade. So, based on today's price action, well, actually, technically, yeah, today's price action, you could say, um, this was the London session right here, macro. So, what I was looking at was I saw that we took out all of these highs here, and this was the all-time high, that was set yesterday, and during the pre-macro session, we swept these highs out, this internal liquidity, and now my next thought process was we have to sweep this bottom sell side liquidity. So that's what I was looking at. I was literally laying down on the floor. I was laying down on the floor when I saw this. So I seen the fact that, look, so all these highs, we swept it with this hourly gap, with this hourly wick. This wick swept it, and then I seen that I wanted to now see price take all these relatively equal lows out, which was our liquidity, and then also come to standard deviation just like we did. We literally just did. And I was actually trying to target this standard deviation for like 40 to 50 points, but I realized, like, bro, okay, it's the macro session, or it's a London session. I should only be going for the next draw on liquidity. That next draw on liquidity was this external low, or internal low. So that's when we had a retracement, then we had the displacement lower, swept that low, and then we took out this high, and then we came back lower. So my whole thought process coming into this day was I mapped out this 15-minute order block, because we swept this. This is internal. This is a internal, what's it called? An internal manipulation. Internal 15-minute manipulation. We took out these relatively equal highs, created this massive order block. We came up into the order block. We respected it, and then we created this internal high right here, which we can mark out right here. That internal high was this high right here. That internal high, we came back up, then we came back down, came back into this order block from this little baby S&T, or this baby turtle soup manipulation, came back into there, rebalanced into the order block and the BISI technically. Then we ended up coming up, but I made a couple of mistakes here. So price ended up displacing up higher towards this draw on liquidity. We created an SMT, well, kind of relatively equal highs, I guess you'd say. But we did create internal manipulation with turtle soup, and then price started to displace lower, then kind of rebalance, and then displace lower. And then my problem where I kind of messed up at was, I entered right here as price displaced past this. I don't even want to give sauce, bro. Nah, bro. I don't even want to give sauce, bro. But regardless, that was my trade entry. As price inverted this BISI, I entered short. My stop loss, I hadn't factored that, like, my stop loss actually, boys, was like above this high, because this was the external high of the whole entire range. That was just my stop loss, and yeah, that was my stop loss, and then my take profit, which honestly, boys, I'm starting to learn how to trade like London a little better, but I'm starting to understand that, like, 11:45, there's not really a clean move. It's only until the 12 o'clock. The 12 o'clock candle is when a move actually happens, because look, we took out this internal liquidity, then we came back lower, rebalanced this BISI, respected the BISI, taking out the sellers, the early sellers who put their stop loss right here. We swept the early sellers, and then we came up and manipulated this internal relatively equal highs right here. Came up to this high. I don't even know if we have an SMT there. I don't think so. I don't know. check though. So this is the same one. Yeah. So it looks like we do have an SMT. 220. No, we don't have an SMT. No, we don't. We don't have an SMT. Never mind. 145. 145. Looks like we did come up to that high, but we never displaced above that high. Yeah, we never displaced above that high. So we did come up to the high, but we also have here a order block. So we have this order block here. I mean, you could have definitely went short off of, you could have done that, or you could have done it the better way. Like, that's the optimal entry, targeting that external low. That would have been the optimal entry. But where I went wrong, boys, was I entered like right here, off the inversion, the disrespect, the Sibi disrespect, which I mean is a tell, but you have to also get into fact that price is a lot slower, and it is more lower probable at times, so it's gonna do a lot of fake outs and stuff. So what I should have done here was waited for a candle closure displacement. Candle closure displacement like this. If it closed like down right here, I'd still get 20 points. But ideally entry was right here. Past the Sibi disrespect right here. Full disrespect, full manipulation. But I mean, I still played off of manipulation. Internal manipulation, Sibi inversion, or Sibi disrespect. But yeah, boys, that was currently my trade right here. This was my trade. My stop loss, I'm pretty sure actually was around 517. Pretty sure it was like 5, or it was like around right here. I'm pretty sure. I don't think it was right here. I didn't have enough because dude, guys, I literally had $500 left in my bank, or sorry, I had $500 left in my balance, and if literally I sized 2 minis on this trade. So if I were to lose this trade, I was expecting to blow the account. So let's do 15 times. So 15 point stop loss times 40, $600. So yeah, I was pretty close to blowing my account. I'd say around, I think my stop loss was like 14. Let's try 14. 560. Damn, bro. I was so bro, guys, I was like genuinely so close to blowing my account. Okay, so 520. So I'm pretty sure my max stop loss was like somewhere around right here. And if price even came up even any more higher, like to up here, then my account would have been gone. But was this luck? I mean, I don't think it was luck, because I had the overall right narrative, but I think I should have waited for better displacement and true displacement, because the overall higher time frame, we took out these relatively equal highs, created this internal manipulation and order block. We respected the order block right here at I'm not going to even say that. We respected the order block, then we came back up and manipulated again, taking out sellers, and then we displaced lower, and I put my stops perfectly above this protected manipulated high. That was a higher time frame high. So it makes sense why we respected that high, because then we came back down to this low to generate liquidity, and then come back up and manipulate, and I would have been stopped out. If I was greedy and I wanted to target more, like that, like 50 points, that's 100% doable. But I need to factor in that, like, okay, well, we have an all-time high. I should probably put my stop loss something above like that. 25 points, boom. Now this would have been valid. This is not greedy, because, I mean, first of all, this is a proper trade. But you'd also need to be up until like 4 a.m. to even be taking that. But at the same time, boys, I mean, I think it's greedy though for London session. That's pretty greedy. Unless if you just know what you're doing. If you have better experience and you know you can target more points, then there's nothing wrong with doing this, because this is definitely a permissible trade. After the manipulation right here, then the displacement lower, you could have easily went like that. Boom. Nice clean 50 points, stops above the protected high. And then yeah, targeting standard deviation, or these BISIs that I wanted to see get rebalanced into. Bro, guys, I can see it, bro. We took out sell or buy side liquidity. Now we're taking sell side liquidity, or taking out buyers who bought, like all the buyers right here, bro, who were expecting us to continue higher. They just got completely liquidated. I wanted to see price displaced lower and take out these low resistance liquidities, relatively equal lows that I had mapped out, and price ended up hitting them. But intraday, when I was trading, normally, what I wanted to see, like my whole thought process basically was just target the next internal low, which was that, and then yeah, I had stops like right there. Yeah, targeting the next internal low, and then yeah. So what I seen was we took out these relatively equal highs right here. Internal manipulation again. Then we created an order block. We respected the order block. Then we came back up, disrespecting the order block technically, not fully displacement. There's no displacement above though. That's the thing. There is no displacement above. This is why it's important, because 945 manipulated the internal high, and then 12 a.m. is low-key really important, bro. 12 a.m. is so important on what we do, now that I'm understanding it, because if you look at the context behind this, we manipulated from macro open to now 12 a.m., which is the displacement candle, towards one side in this context, which I actually can completely understand now, because now price is displacing towards this internal low. That's marked out like really well. And I only took 20 points of the pie, which was $800, and I was in this trade for about, let me do the math. So yeah, I was in the trade for about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 13 minutes. That's actually not that bad. I thought I was going to be in there like all freaking night. But I didn't think that like London can actually move like this, bro. So honestly, boys, I might start trading London more, because I honestly have really good like records with London, and I've had really good experience with London. And I feel like if I just backtest it more, forward test it, I could really capitalize off of London, because overall I know London is better than PM session. And the past times I've traded London, guys, I'm not even joking, I've literally won. I don't think I've lost one London session at all. Because I rarely trade it, boys. I rarely trade it. So that's the only reason why I don't think I have. I think I have in the past, but it probably wasn't a big loss. Like, from what I remember, I've just won London every single time. But the reason why I love trading London is because, bro, look, you can get a 10-point stop loss to make 22. So that and it's not as volatile. So a 10-point stop loss times 40 is like $400, right? That's okay risk. That's fine risk, right? But like, you know that your stops are going to be probably more protected because of how slow the market moves. It's less volatile. But like, I just feel like it's just so much better because you have more wiggle, room. 10 points, bro. Like this, bro, would be 20 points on a freaking New York session. This would be 20 points, then 40 points. That would make more sense. It'd be double the tick value, in my opinion. That's just my opinion, guys. I don't know about you, but I might start trading London session more, and I'll probably size down to like 15 micros when I trade London session instead of 2 minis, because, I mean, $400 loss would kind of suck. But until I get better balance, then yeah, then I'll trade more. But yeah, boys, this is pretty much my total monthly P&L. So yeah, that trade literally saved my account. Bruv. Dude, guys, $4,000, bro. I made $4,000. I would be able to withdraw 2K of that if I just did not do any of this bullcrap. Which is okay, boys. I'm learning. The account is now saved, and you know, that's a blessing, guys. That's really a blessing. Today was my top winning day. And honestly, boys, this is looking really good and very promising. I'm just gonna stay, again, disciplined and making sure I'm taking the right trades. Yesterday was only negative 280. This is really good. This is really good stats right here. $814 to start off the week. I'm up 500 already. Really, really good and really promising. That's really good. That's honestly really good. Honestly, I'm really happy I got that trade. And there's just a couple things I could tweak, but yeah, boys, that's awesome. That's pretty much it. I'm looking to get out a drawdown then probably by tomorrow and Thursday. And Thursday I probably also might be start. I would look to get out a drawdown by tomorrow, and then probably Thursday I'll probably start being in like profit then. And then tomorrow or next week I'll look to get the balance of like, I don't know, it could be 1,500 to a 2,000, but again we can't set numbers by certain dates because it's not good. But my goal is to get at least to a $2,000 balance and then request maybe $1,000, or I might do $3,000 and then request 1,500. I'm still trying to think right now, but I think the main goal is just to get paid, you know, boys. And then once I get a $2,000 or a $1,000 payout, then I'll probably size back down to like 7 micros, and then yeah, just continue and cooking on London session, and then continue cooking on intraday New York session. And so far, yeah, boys, this week is going pretty good. I know tomorrow's gonna be okay day for New York session, so I'll definitely be ready for that. And then Thursday is also gonna be a really good day. Friday, I'm not gonna trade. I might trade London session on Friday, just to see, because like, bro, I'm telling you, London session has provided like really good opportunities in the past lately. But of course, boys, I'm going to be checking in with my mentor on that before I even do. Um, but yeah, boys, that's pretty much it. Pretty much it. And balance is negative 403, and I'll probably get out of drawdown probably most likely by tomorrow or Thursday. And I'm probably going to size back down to 7 micros. So let's say on average 20 point stop loss minus 14 times 14. That's gonna be a $280 stop loss. With the average, like my average win rate's like 50 to 60. Sorry, not 50 to 60. 60 to 70 in this type, because I win 2 and I lose 1, or I win all 3. That's the average win rate of my strategy that I'm learning from my mentor. So yeah, boys, that's pretty much it. Hope you guys enjoyed. Stay disciplined, and I love y'all. And Josiah, just put in the work, Josiah. If I had to say something to myself, Josiah, I know I'm gonna make it, but you have to humble yourself, okay? No more ego, no more none of that. If your mentor says don't trade a day, don't trade a day. There's a reason why you didn't trade today in New York session, because you knew the days would be lower probable. There's a reason why you traded macro or the London session, because you said you could trade the London session, right? So, and you're getting rewarded for that. So, good job, bro. Honestly, keep studying. Genuinely try to make intention. Try to get your critical thinking skills like a lot much higher. Review trades. Do whatever you can. Do the most you can. Journal, backtest, as much as you can, and put in the work. Sure, you're not going to watch 50 freaking lectures in one day. You're not going to be able to retain all that. But when you watch a lecture, make intention. Like, genuinely try to make intention. Right? And stop scrolling. You got to stop scrolling. TikTok. You're already cutting out all the other bad habits. You're getting back on momentum. You're getting your groceries ready. You already got your rice, your beef. Now it's time to get back to momentum. Alright? And you're going to be getting a paycheck on Friday. So, now it's really time to get the momentum back. And now you're already on progression to getting out of drawdown. So this is your opportunity. Don't waste it, Josiah. Take the initiative. Keep going. You're keeping the momentum really good. The momentum is starting to finally build up. After this, bro, I mean, this is not bad. This is good. This is discipline. This was without my mentor, because I had no money for the mentorship. This was also without my mentor, until I got the mentorship today, or that day. But that day, I mean, I got it literally the night prior. So I joined the mentorship, joined the mentorship after I got my rebill that day. This could have been completely avoided if you simply just stepped away and avoided the choppy days. But you know what? It's okay. We learn. We're constantly learning. This could have been avoided. You should not be trading a day like this when you know it's not going to be a good day. You shouldn't. So don't do that anymore. Everything else is good. This is looking very good. This is going to be looking like a very good way to start off the end of the week. This I look to just progress even more, and then coming into October, I think that's really going to be the month where things just start to change. I'm not going to, set a time limit and a date. October, I think my life is going to actually start to change. I'm going to start to rip payouts. November, yeah, again, I think I'm going to start probably getting 10K months, guys, here. I'm not even trying to predict the future or anything, but I generally have conviction, with the momentum that I'm doing right now and how things are going. I'm just going to keep it up and keep the momentum going. Momentum, my birthday's on the 29th. That'd be cool if I can get, a cool payout at the 29th. That'd be sick. But yeah, regardless, this is going to be the month that changes everything. The momentum is just going to be on a whole trajectory of a different life. I think November is also going to be a very good month where I'm probably going to hit my first maybe 10 to 20K month. I don't know. I'm not going to set a timeline. December, I want to be a whole new man. And I want to have closer revenue to getting my BMW. January, I would like to freaking have a BMW, a Rolex, Yachtmaster, a bunch of investments, that beat inflation. You know what I'm talking about. You're going to get that when you do have those payouts. My bad for the yap, guys. This is freaking yap. This is not meant for your guys' entertainment. This is not meant for your guys' entertainment. I'm doing this to hold myself accountable and just show the results and show what I'm doing and for me to look back on. And if you do find it entertaining, well, be my guest, bro. This is what I'm just doing. But I'm just doing this to look back on these videos. And Josiah, I thank you for putting in the hard work. Keep going. You got to stay humble, though. You got to keep your ego down. Follow your rules. You're not better than your rules. You never will be better than your rules because you're human. You make mistakes. So follow your rules, stay disciplined, and actually work hard and make intention. Let's get it.